Really hope I'm not taking down my faithful old McKenna, but we're about to find out, aren't we?
We're gonna take a look and see here.
All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to Whiskey Neck Pour. I'm John.
And I'm Zach. So what we typically do on this channel is we will open new bottles. We'll pour the neck pour into our infinity barrel here. We'll do a review of that bottle, and what we do is with the infinity barrel, we're giving the stuff, the juice we're putting in there, time to kind of sit in some air, mix with the different bourbons and whiskeys in there.
We're kind of aging our own whiskey.
Yeah.
You know?
The goal is to see if putting it back into a barrel with some other juices kind of does some cool things to it. So we'll see how that plays out. But today's video is going to be a little different. Yeah, we really have a special here today. If you've been following us, we've been basically putting the 10 years up front, and we have a pretty good battle going on between these guys. So we have a couple of the heavy hitters up here today, Zach. Yeah. So the bottles we have up here were the ones we were able to get our hands on. So we've got the Jack Daniel's 10-year, the Russell's Reserve 10-year, Eagle Rare, which is a 10-year age-stated bourbon. We've got the WidowJane 10-year and the Henry McKenna 10-year bottle of bond,
which made my top 5. So
that's right.
I have a lot of pressure riding on this because if I can't pick this out, which I think we're going to have a plug for this, I'm going to eat my own words here today. So I'm really hoping that I don't do that today.
The reason for this battle is John made a statement during our review of the Henry McKenna where he said he could pick this out of any 10 years we did. So
I feel pretty confident, guys. So you know, put my money where my mouth is here.
We're gonna see if that is indeed the truth there.
Before we actually try it though, yes. If we could get a like and subscribe, really helps us out, guys.
Leave a comment, let us know. We're gonna share some of these results a little bit later on, but through some of these Facebook groups that we're a part of, we posted a poll asking what people thought was gonna win. So it's interesting to kind of see how that has shaked out.
And you know, some of those polls really threw me off.
Yeah.
So I really hope I'm not taking down my faithful old McKenna, but we're about to find out, aren't we?
We're gonna take a look and see here.
All right.
So for today's video, we are actually filming this 5-way blind battle a few weeks after we've done these reviews. What that means is that this is really going to be a true blind.
It's a real blind taste test. Yeah. Shout out to my wife. Thank you for making this happen. We have no idea what we're about to taste as far as, you know, randomly. So
she came out here, poured all these glasses for us. She wrote down the results. They are in the bar. So once we get through the tasting, we'll be able to kind of see what our 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are. Yeah. So we can probably go ahead and start.
Yeah.
Okay. For this blind, I want to run through and do the nose on each.
Okay.
And then we'll run through and do a taste.
All right,
and we'll sort of start placing them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of where we're ranking them at. So glass number 1.
Number 1.
It smells like bourbon.
I think I know this one, but as far as smell, very familiar.
It's got some decent sort of oaky notes on it, on the nose. Not a lot of alcohol at all. Some honey.
This is something you fellow bourbon drinkers probably have on your shelf. Pretty confident on that one.
It's got a pretty mild nose. It's nothing too forward on it.
It's not aggressive.
Yeah,
it's mild.
It's not jumping out at me.
I'm gonna guess that's a pretty good sipper right there.
All right, number 2.
Ooh, definitely a little more aggressive right off the bat.
This has got some, I don't know, I like to call this funk. I don't really know how else to describe it. Maybe like some leather. Alcohol's a little there.
You know what it takes?
Did you take a sip?
Not taste, smell. It's like, have you ever like put like cleaner on your leather inside of your car on a hot summer day?
I've never had leather in my car. I don't make that much money.
Almost smells like that.
Yeah, definitely a lot of leather. Some of those earthy notes that you get.
That opened my nose up a little bit.
That one's not too bad. All right, let's take
it's got my nose running. That's a little strong.
Ooh, this has probably got the best nose for me so far.
Oh, we already know what this one is.
I don't think we know what this one is.
You don't?
I'm gonna be honest, man. It's been weeks since we touched any of these bottles. I don't have a clue. But this one has, it's almost got like, it's like candy sweetness on the nose. Like it's
This one was in Kentucky, sitting in a aged warehouse for 10 years.
They've all been in a warehouse.
And
juice has been in a warehouse.
Maybe a little buffalo trace.
You think? Sweet
It's
candy,
the most mellow
like,
one.
almost like Laffy Taffy candy sort of a smell to it.
You know, that's a really good way of putting that.
Not a whole lot of oak. I don't remember any of these really having that sort. I remember the oak being so prevalent because they were all 10 years. But
The WidowJane one was a little aggressive.
You're a little aggressive. How about that? All right, number 4. Ooh.
This is like if you take 1 and 3 and blend them, this is what you get. Laffy Taffy, but like a little more aggressive.
So the sweetness on the nose of this one smells more like honey. Maybe some vanilla on there too.
Yeah, I would almost go as far as like,
but it's got
pecan.
I don't know if I'm getting maybe like a pecan pie.
Yeah.
Like you have like a glaze, like sugar glazed pecans. That's pretty good one, yeah. That's kind of what this smells like a little bit. Okay.
I think I know that one though.
Number 5.
Number 5 threw me off.
Number 5 smells a lot like number 4.
This threw me off. This is more aggressive than number 4.
Nutcracker.
This is very sweet, but like there's a punch right at the end.
This one's got some like must on it.
You know what's funny though? They're all sweet in the 10-year battle.
Let me look at this wheel here. This has like a musty sort of earthy note to it. I'm having a hard time placing it though.
Yeah. Maple syrup. Oh my gosh. That is exactly what that almost smells like.
I think I'm getting more
Vanilla maple syrup.
not spearmint.
Spearmint.
But almost like a minty sort of nose to it.
Really, I'm not getting that at all. This to me is very vanilla, very sugary.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's run through and take a taste here. You want to start back at 1?
There's no pressure here.
No pressure. Yeah, your beloved McKenna's riding on this. So some cinnamon, a lot of oak. It's very oak heavy.
Super spicy.
A little bit of black pepper there on the finish.
A lot of black pepper.
This is real thin. The color is pretty light. It's not a light whiskey, but it's definitely it's not thick like a lot of the other. I remember when we were doing the reviews of the Russell's Reserve, that just had a lot more viscosity to it. There was a lot more substance. This is kind of thin. Color's like a light amber, sort of. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Are
we putting this with the bottle we think it is?
No, we're not. So we're not picking bottles. We're trying to just rank where stuff is.
So if I had to just rank this on a daily drinker, this is going to be on the bottom for me. In the 10-year. A little spicy. Don't like the spice. It's peppery at the finish.
Yeah, it's got some. I'm almost getting like some nutty notes on the nose now that I've tasted it.
I'm getting more like tobacco-y.
Yeah,
I'm just not really into that one.
Yeah, that's not my favorite so far. All right.
That is so different.
Yeah, that's real different. I know which one that is.
We both know.
Well, that is so distinct, it's unreal.
But I will say, coming back to it, I don't hate it.
I don't either. That's kind of the interesting thing. So if this is the bottle that I think it is.
It is.
It's been open, had some air sitting on it for, I don't know, 30, 45 days or so.
Yeah.
Real different. It's sort of, the harshness of it is gone. It's still got a lot of those sort of like earthy, leathery notes to it.
Still got a lot of sugar taste to me.
You're getting a lot of sugar. I'm not getting a ton of sugar. I'm getting a lot of like maple syrup and leather. I don't know why. but it's not the maple syrup. It takes a real far back seat to that leather. I mean, that funky sort of earthy nose, and then on the palate too. The finish is really light too. Like this is already off that palate.
Yeah.
So right now, this is what I'm going.
Oh yeah, this is dead last. This is so far a little above it, but like honestly,
number one's in last.
Not
number two is at a close 4 right now.
It's almost kind of weird to taste it after it's been open, because I think I might have a little more appreciation for that one.
Yeah, honestly, it has definitely, it's improved for sure.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at number 3 here and see what we got.
I think I like number 3 the best, smell wise. This is the
3 had the best nose so far for sure. Interesting. Okay.
I'm gonna call it now. This is my baby.
That's McKenna.
That's my baby.
Number 3 is McKenna. You're saying
she's safe. Holler at your boy. Oh God. I take it back. I take it back.
Number 1 is going to be at the bottom for me.
That's not McKenna.
Number 3 is going to be in 4th place for me. Number 2, we shouldn't have thrown away those things. That's okay. We'll figure it out.
We're on number 4. We haven't even touched number 4, guys. We're on 3.
No, 4th place.
Oh, okay.
4th place.
Okay.
Dude, you're freaking me out.
Okay. You had me scared.
All right. So, yeah, right now, the first glass we tasted for me is in last place.
Yeah.
The second glass we tasted,
number 1,
is number 3 for me.
Ooh.
And then the third glass we tasted is in 4th place for me.
Okay. I felt really strongly about that one, but
not so much.
You know, when you like get the sip and then the finish, not quite there for me.
Okay. Let's take a look at number 4. What do you think?
I was feeling real good going into this, and I'm getting a little sidetracked here because this
heavy oak up front. It's like vanilla, like a really mild vanilla with a little bit of pepper on the finish.
There's definitely pepper in that one, and that's been kind of like going back and forth for the 10 years. There's some that are clearly not peppery and some that are, but they're all sweet. There are clearly some here that are a little sweeter than the others.
This seems to be, so this is better for me so far.
That's your number 1.
So this is, of the 4 we've had, that's my favorite so far.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, let's take a look at number 5.
Yeah. That pepper aftertaste is kind of getting to me here. Things we do for science.
All right. What do you think?
I don't even need that. That is my Henry McKenna. That is it.
So this has the vanilla's real strong up front, like vanilla honey.
Yeah, it's McKenna.
It's got some almost like some creaminess to it that's not, and this is much thicker. This has a lot more viscosity to it. Like this is what I would imagine a 10-year would look like.
This is a great bottle.
Yeah.
My favorite so far. And it's not because I think it's McKenna. I know it's McKenna. I think that's a solid bottle.
Okay. I'm pretty confident about 1, 2, and 3 where they are. I'm torn between these 2.
Shit, sorry. Couldn't hold that back. So you're confident about?
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. Those are clearly not in my top 2.
Mm.
So glass 4 for me is a little bit more astringent on the palate up front, but it lingers and it lasts longer. It's a little bit. It's almost more enjoyable than than glass 5 because glass 5 fades really fast. The palate is just gone.
I think I know it at this point.
Here we go. All right. I've got my order.
All right. You want to list them out?
You want me to go first?
I'm going to run with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so this is like this, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. We're going to take a look at this order and see what we've got here.
Be real upset.
What was number 1 for you?
Henry McKenna.
No, which glass?
Number 5.
Okay, your McKenna is safe. Glass number 5 is Henry McKenna.
Told you.
Glass number 4 is Russell's Reserve. Glass number 3 is Eagle Rare.
Yep.
Glass number 2 is Jack Daniels. And glass number 1 is the WidowJane.
So it's interesting because I think if we had a place
So
this,
you had WidowJane as your number 2.
interesting.
Yeah. You got the McKenna right. Your McKenna is safe. That's all good. And I'm surprised Russell's Reserve was so low for you.
You know what it is? It's the spice.
So the results from all those Facebook polls we put out there, and I'm going to give a shout out to Tony with the VPL group that we're a part of. He kind of made that poll happen for us. But the results were interesting. Russell's Reserve and Eagle Rare were by far the 2 that were favored by the majority of these groups, and there were like 4 or 5 different groups we posted this in. The Russell's Reserve was it for me. That was pretty solid. McKenna was a close second. The Jack Daniels outdid the Eagle Rare for me, which I thought was weird. This opened up a lot.
It totally changed
With some air.
And
yeah.
I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah.
In fact, I almost want to revisit that one day.
Yeah, for sure. WidowJane for me was just a letdown. Like, it's not bad, but it's just it seems to be like lacking something.
You know, when we first tried it, I didn't like it, and I know I placed this a little high here. But I think what's throwing me off here is like we're kind of tasting versus like, you know, really getting it back there.
Yeah.
Because the palate on the tongue is nice, but then when you kind of do that finish, it does kind of get a little weird for me.
For which one? The WidowJane?
Yeah.
Yeah. The WidowJane, I don't know. It's not bad stuff. It just, especially when you're comparing it to like McKenna and Russell's Reserve, it's not really fair.
Yeah.
Those 2 for me were like by far the winners.
Yeah. What I'm most happy about, I stay safe. I stay safe because I can't wait till we get up here and find out if something's coming down.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Oh yeah.
It's McKenna, baby.
All right. So if you guys like this battle, if you like this review of kind of how we ranked these 5, please make sure to like and subscribe, share with your friends, family, post it on Facebook. You know, we're trying to grow this channel. We still are trying to get to 2,000 subscribers so that way we can crack our
got it.
Our grain of the god.
The grain of the god. And then we actually picked up another bottle through the lottery.
That's right.
So we don't know when we're going to open this bad boy up, but I've never won, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, Virginia Lottery, the Virginia ABC Lottery. John was lucky enough to get one of the.
I'm a proud dad. Handies. I'm a very proud dad of this bottle. I'm going to put it down before I drop it.
That's a good idea. We didn't win any of the other bottles. They had a bunch. They had a whole bunch of Pappies. Yeah. They had a whole bunch of. They had some pretty high age stated John J. Bowman stuff.
Yeah.
Some other cool bottles, but
we'll take what we can get. Not a bad bottle to win, man.
Absolutely, especially at retail.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. We appreciate everybody watching till the end. If you made it this far, thank you so much, and we will see you next week.
Tater Nation out.
We'll give it a few seconds for Micah to do his little editing thing.
Okay. 2 fat taters coming to you.
Okay.